From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much. As he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Cut! 120!
Check 53, slot!
More now! Maverick! Hey! High 7!
On first down, it's gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A second down pass play there. But it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Gurley again here on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. So left side, it's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Smith. And he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Smith now to throw. He completes it to Evans. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. On 1st down, it's Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On 1st and 10, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run. It's Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Gone. This is caught. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Smith. And this is caught by Evans. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Smith. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, it just didn't happen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you don't
want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, I'm
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Fighting through it, he's got space. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Smith able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he's got some space here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in front. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Here we go, D. All day.
Maverick.
All day.
We're good. Go.
Now Goff on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Super one. Hey, orbit.
On 2nd down and 4. Goff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Smith. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 18. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
All day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Gurley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Goff now looking to throw. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Smith now throwing again. And his pass incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. There's Goff. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Goff now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Like 20. Check three.
Again they run with Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
180.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Five.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Smith going to throw again. There goes Green. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. He completes it to Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Tighten up.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. First throw now for the backup lock. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Kill, kill, kill.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Right back to him on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, team.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Los Angeles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.